Hello, my friends. Today's episode is going to be another article out of my Crown with Silver magazine. Every quarter, they sent me one for many years. They look like this. They no longer make these, sadly, or I would still be getting them. It was made by I believe it was like a Mennonite church or a group of women in Colorado at the time. And thankfully, I think, all of my all of my magazines. And as you can tell, they're pretty worn. But it has some very good articles in here I've been sharing. Like this one's like just home remedies. But today, I think I'm going to start letting y'all, if you like this video, maybe screenshotting and adding to the end of the video these recipes and the weekly grocery list for the Prudent Pantry. It says, a prudent wife is from the Lord. Proverbs 19:14. These are easy recipes. And this is a fall recipe. I need to go and dig out the spring, but it's still cold enough, winter enough for these type items. You see, it lists a weekly grocery list here. And then it starts with different recipes here and here. And it covers lunch and supper. I don't know if it would yours. My husband, may not cover all of my families because everyone eats something different, especially, I don't know, my dad would, but most of this sounds really good. And it has the prices of this back then, how much what food was. And so her total grocery list, not counting breakfast, was like $87.50 total for both lunch and dinners for a family of 8. We estimated high for the higher cost of living areas of the country. We urge mothers to purchase in bulk as much as possible from Sam's or Costco if they like. These meals will cost $44.75 if you cut them in half for a smaller family. We buy our frozen goods in supersized format. You save so much more money that way. And this weekly grocery list this week, you would take it and you just go check it off as you went and got it. And I believe they said here they mostly served maybe like cinnamon toast, eggs, because most of them had farms, I think, oatmeal, things like that were like in cheaper breakfasts for their children and such. And it depends on what time of year, whether you want something hot or cold. But they didn't buy the cold cereals for sure. But I do like apple cinnamon Cheerios. That would be a hard one to give up. But I don't eat them often. I do like them, though. It's probably my favorite cereal. But the first recipe is for barley soup. The next one is spinach lasagna. This, like the spinach lasagna, I would love this. It's 6 cups of tomato sauce. But this is for a family of 8. So I would cut that in half to 4. 1 1/2 pounds of lasagna, 2 bunches of spinach, 24 thin slices of mozzarella cheese. Can use the grated mozzarella, but you'd use 4 cups. So I would be using 2 cups. 1 1/2 cups of grated Parmesan cheese and 3 cups of cottage cheese or 1 1/2 cups ricotta cheese. So all that would be cut in half if you're making a smaller portion. And it's just very easy. Most people know how to make lasagna. But that is one of their supper meals. And if I'm not mistaken, a lot of times they'd use maybe leftovers for lunch. How many days is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is for 6 suppers. And I believe that's what they did for any leftovers with the children the next day, because usually the husband or some of the others might not be home. There would be leftovers. So it might be best if you want leftovers to do 8, but most of mine would not want to eat most of this 2 days in a row. One is barley soup. I've never tried barley. I think I personally would like it, and I think I might try it, and they may think it's just vegetable, but it's more like a vegetable soup. And then the next recipe is it's called a colorful mac and cheese. And I do, it's not the noodles that's colorful. And let me see what it is, just plain cooked backs. It's the 6 cups of mixed cooked vegetables that they put in there. And this looks really good. Chicken pastorini and delicious corn chowder. All these look really like delicious recipes. And I think what I'm going to do is screenshot each one and maybe just add it to the end of the video. So if you want to see what one of the recipes are, you can just kind of stop the video and look at it and write it down if you want that. But the weekly grocery list, I'll do the same. I'm just going to go over a few of them. It says these are the main items, assuming that the household contains 2 bags of frozen chicken breast, which they said was $20. That might be about right still. 2 packages of turkey bacon, $6. A bag of barley, $2. Large bag of macaroni, $3. Lasagna noodles, $5. They definitely this was probably year 2005, went to the higher end of the groceries back then. 3 cans, 1 large bag of frozen peas and carrots, $3.75, which I can get 2 at Walmart. I can get a bag of their brand for $1. So if I wanted 2 bags, I guess I would get 2 of them. 3 cans of low-fat cream of chicken soup, $2.75. Baked potato chips, $2, which those are more than that now. 2 bags of carrots, $4. 6 bunches of green onions, $3. 6 large tomatoes, $4. A bunch of parsley, $1. A large can of tomato sauce, $3. A large bag of frozen vegetables, $3. 2 cups of Swiss shredded cheese, $2. 2 bunches of spinach, $2. 2 bunches of broccoli, $2. I like the way they're using so much fresh. 3 bunches of celery, $3, and we all know celery's gone up more than that. A 10-pound bag of potatoes is $3.50. Sometimes you can get potatoes around that price. I don't know about 10 pounds. I know sometimes I can get a 5-pound bag for under $3. So that definitely would cost more. A large cottage cheese, $3, and Parmesan cheese, $3, for a total of $87.45. And then, if you try to watch your breakfasts, you might could get by with just having, a bread, or I don't know if you make your own bread, some flour to make bread, or just buy some bread if that's how you do it. And my kids grew up on cinnamon toast. They love cinnamon sugar toast, and I'd make French toast, and every Saturday was pancake day. And that's usually the only day a week I would do the little link sausages. Not the link, but the little round kind. I don't know what they're called, but they're opposite of just the patties. It's the Hormel sausages, but my boys, they love those things. But that's the day I would always do that. And Sundays, usually I would make just a can of cinnamon rolls. Yes, I'm guilty. A can of cinnamon rolls. And I did make it homemade a few times, but I didn't always have time to do that morning. And on Sunday morning. But that's usually what mine would eat, would be things like, they love grits and toast and cheese toast. So you can get by with breakfast relatively cheap, I think. But I'm going to leave the recipes at the end of this and just take pictures of it and kind of combine them all so that you can maybe see if you'd like to do these. And if you like this video, I may do another one in a week or two and add to it, just have one big playlist of just the Prudent Pantry. I appreciate you watching me so much, and I hope you have a blessed day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.